हाँ, देन वीडियो ऑन कर लीजिएगा, ठीक है। ऑन योर वीडियो, सरा मंसूरी, हरी गोविंद, फैज मिर्जा, संजना, रिदम लूथरा, प्लीज ऑन द वीडियो। हाँ, रिदम लूथरा, ठीक है। Then there will be question asked on the income tax. Income tax, as I said, okay, TDS. TDS is very, very important. TDS 194Q. What are the new sections in TDS which are newly launched right now? Anybody?
194 S, 194 R, virtual display asset, requisites.
194 R.
194 S, 194 R.
The new sections on TDS they ask. The new sections in TDS. New sections in TDS. This will be asked very nicely. They'll ask you what is the TDS talks about, what the TDS is talking about, and the rate of TDS and the threshold limit in the TDS. These three things they will be asking you. Then they ask you questions on TCS also. Okay, there are two section 206, 206. So they can ask us a little bit questions on what are the amendments in the TCS provisions. Amendments in TCS. Amendment in TCS. Okay. India's GST, income tax done. Now comes finance. Finance part they will ask, do you invest in Tata Steel? Okay. If you are giving interview, say no. If you're giving interview, say no, because they generally don't take somebody who is already investing in Tata Steel. Okay. So don't say yes directly. Okay. So you say no, I don't invest in Tata Steel. Why you don't invest? Don't you like our company? No, it's not like that. I like the company, but generally I invest in little small cap companies as of now. I don't have that much of funds left to invest. Otherwise, I would have loved to invest in Tata Steel. Generally, don't say that. Wherever you give interviews, they can ask you, are you a shareholder of this company? If you say yes, then they will not take you. You have vested interest. I cannot make you employee. You have to sell your shares. You have to sell your shares. So make sure if you have shares, then also you say no. I don't invest in your company. Otherwise, they'll tell you to sell your shares. Then only they will involve you as an employee. Okay, vested interest. Wasted interest can happen. That's why they ask this question, do you invest in our company? I would have loved to invest in your company, but I invest through mutual funds only. Okay, so I generally invest through mutual fund. Then they can ask you which mutual fund do you invest. Then they can ask you if that mutual fund has major component of Tata Steel. Then they can also tell you to liquidate that investment as well. Sometimes they can ask you that. Okay, even if it is a loss, then also they can ask you. Okay, then make sure that you say that I invest basically in mutual fund only. In Tata Steel and Reliance, if it is a costing and GST profile, then you can say if it is a finance profile, I don't invest in Tata Steel because I invest in some other company. So I don't have funds as of now. When I will have funds, then I'll invest out here. Okay. Right now, I feel that the valuation is little expensive. You can say this also. I invest in the company, but I feel the valuation of the Tata Steel is little expensive right now. And I am a value investor. So I see I take the price in the share price is very low. Then only I invest in the company. So I see the fundamentals also, but at the same time, I see the price also. If the price is not in my radar, then I don't take it. You can tell anything, but you don't say that you invest in that company. If you say that you invest in the company, then they'll say, okay, then you have to sell your shares. As simple as that. And if you have 10,000 shares, then it can have a problem. Okay? You don't say like this, I don't invest. My father and grandfather have shares in Tata Steel. Then they then they'll have to share they also have to sell. It means related party, na? Section 143 will be attracted 1% for. So they can ask you these things. Okay, that's why it's better to say no, we don't invest. Okay. The next thing, okay, they can ask you questions on the Companies Act also. Law I told na CSR question. GST I told you, income tax I told, Ind AS I told, everything I told. म्यूट कर लीजिए हाँ ठीक है और एवरीबॉडी ऑन द वीडियो विजय हेरेगंगे करुणा इज देयर ना सारा मंसूरी आई एम नॉट एबल टू सी योर फेस ओनली निखिल निरंजन एवरीबॉडी ऑन हाँ ठीक है नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज एवरीबॉडी ऑन कर लो वीडियो को सारा मंसूरी विजय ठीक है करुणा दो करुणा है एक करुणा कर लो कोई भी शेफाली चंद्र कर लो तुम सीएमए तनुष्का अग्रवाल वीडियो ऑन ठीक है नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन दे आस्क ऑन कंपनीज एक्ट they ask question on section 144. What is section 144? Who will tell? Section 144 Aman?
Certain services not to be provided by auditors.
So section 144 they can ask, then section 141, then section 188 related party transaction. Related party transaction they can ask. Then they can ask question on this one. Section 177. Which section is 177?
Audit committee.
Audit
Audit
committee.
committee.
Audit committee also they can ask. Okay. So this is about Companies Act. Now comes to the finance question. Finance. Okay, finance they can ask you NAV of mutual fund. What is the NAV of mutual fund? Types of mutual fund. Okay. What is derivative? Future option swap. Derivative, future option swap. Like this you have to learn. What is forward contract? What is future contract? What is the short-term money market instrument? What is short-term money market instrument? Then they can ask you question on what is EPS, what is DPS? What is EPS, what is DPS? DPS is Delhi Public School. No, what is DPS?
Dividend per share.
10%.
EPS and
Dividend per share.
DPS.
EPS earning per share.
Diluted. Is it na?
Diluted preferential.
No, it's diluted
Diluted.
EPS is different.
Diluted
DPS is dividend per
Per
share.
share.
Earning per share, diluted earning per share. DEPS. So they can ask you this question also. Yeah, DEPS. What is EPS? What is DEPS? You should be knowing this. Okay. Then they ask you question on what is this one. Not able to remember that question, but they ask one question more on something I'm not remembering right now. Companies Act this much. Then finance, they ask you ratios very nicely. Now ratios will be asked very, very nicely. There are 5 types of ratios basically. One is your turnover ratios. All turnover, stock turnover, data turnover, credit turnover, this turnover, that turnover, lot turnovers are there. You have to learn all the turnover ratios. Then profitability ratios. Which are the profitability ratios? Gross profit, net profit. Then what?
Operating profit.
Operating
Operating
profit.
profit.
Yes. So these ratios will be asked. Then they will ask you a question on one is profitability ratio, turnover ratio. Then
Interest
capital
coverage
structure.
ratio.
Coverage ratios. They can ask coverage.
Capital
then debt
gearing
coverage
ratio.
Capital gearing ratios. This. Then they ask question on capital structure ratios. What is capital structure ratios? Debt equity ratio.
EBIT
Debt
upon
ratio.
Current
EBIT
ratio.
ratio. Yes. The
Liquidity
ratios
ratio.
have to be done very properly because ratios they will ask you. Okay, so these are the questions they will ask you. Then they ask you questions on current affairs. Current affairs, which are the major acquisitions of Tata Steels in the recent past. What happened to the case of Cyrus Mistry? Next case now, what happened to that? Okay.
Governance issue, no?
Governance issues, yes. So that they can ask you question on that also. And what are the major acquisitions in the past of the Tata Steel? What do you know about the major acquisitions that you have seen in Tata Steel in the past, and what is the viewpoint on that? They can ask you questions on that. What do you think will be the next step of Tata Steel in the next 5 years? Is there any objective there? That's the thing. You have to learn the annual report very nicely. Annual report is very, very important piece of document. Okay. Then they can ask a question on slum sale. Slum sale. Okay. Hive off, slum sale. So this is also very important. Slum sale and hive off. So you have to learn that also. Slum sale section number, Income Tax Act. Anybody? Slum sale. Video on.
55B.
50C. 9B.
50C.
No.
55B.
Slum sale.
40,
So slum sale they ask. Okay. Slum
44
sale.
C shine.
50C.
So that also.
40.
Slum
45
sale.
4.
Yeah,
Slum
C
sale.
45.
में आते
Slum sale is
45
very
four.
important. The slum sales also you have to do. Okay.
50C.
See, I'm discussing on different profiles. So different profiles, different questions can be asked. Okay. Then they ask question of if you're the CFO of the company, then what will stay at night? Okay. Then what will you prefer? Okay, whether it's debt or equity. As I said yesterday also, which one you prefer to raise capital, debt or equity?
Debt.
Debt is good because it is less expensive, and equity can be expensive. Okay. Then they can ask a question
But
on
it is higher risk.
Sir, it depends on the type of the business, sir. If
type of
there
the
is
business.
not surety of profit, then equity will be better.
Okay, so these are the questions they can be asking. Okay, now Reliance Industries. Now come to Reliance. Okay, when you come to Reliance, they will ask the questions on Reliance annual report. Who is the founder? Who is the current founder? Now the founder has changed also. Okay, who is the founder of Jio? Who is the founder of Reliance Retail? Who is the founder of Reliance Petroleum? Which are the different businesses of Reliance? Why they have not entered into the Facebook agreement? Why Mark Zuckerberg did not agree to join this? This they were doing this now. Then something happened. Then Saudi Aramco deal was there in with Reliance. Okay, that did not subside. That you need to know that why did that agreement did not come into play? Where you get this news? You listen to the YouTube channels are there for this. YouTube channels are there. Think School. So go to Think School nicely. Then who is the competitor of the this one? Airtel is the competitor. Okay, how Airtel is beating Reliance or how Reliance is beating Airtel? You have to see that videos nicely. Things cool because they can ask a question on business planning analysis basically. So how the Geo became so hit? Okay, what the Geo did right to kill the market? They can ask question on these areas. Reliance. Okay. Then these are the basic questions just said now. India's 115, 116, 5-step model, 116, this type of questions. Another question they can ask, okay, that what is lease liability? What are the components of lease liability? What's the component of RU asset? Then debt, what is impairment? What is impairment? Types of impairment, external, internal impairment, external, internal impairment, indicators of impairment. Let's suppose my business has loss. Let's suppose my business has losses in this year. And in the future also there will be losses. Whether the DT will be created or not. In the future also there will be loss. Now also there is loss. Whether there will be DTA will be created or not for carry forward of losses. Yes or no?
If there is
If
any
income
planning,
can be generated
if
from
there is
tax
any
planning.
tax planning, then we'll create it the DTA.
Otherwise, no. Which paragraph tells
Otherwise, no.
this? Which paragraph is this?
If I don't know, but
Paragraph 44.
India's 12.
Paragraph 44 maybe.
Indies.
Go through these paragraphs also. India's, I don't know. So this can be
India's
asked, okay. Today there is loss. In future also there will be loss. Then whether the DT will be created or not. Okay. Then they can ask question on what is the importance of compliance for a business like Reliance. We can decide the case of Paytm. They have done this much of losses. Okay, everybody will keep the video on. Huh? Ritam Luthra, Sanjana Jain, video on. Samriddhi. Okay. Jyoti, video on. Why you are keeping video off? Uninteresting. Yeah. Please keep the video on. Huh? Then there will be question asked, okay, on mixed supply, composite supply, as I said, na, this will be asked. Okay. Then they ask about the products also. What are the products they sell in the Reliance Petroleum? Reliance this. Okay. They can ask you, okay, how Mumbai Indians is associated with Reliance Industries. Can ask the question is Mumbai Indians is also part of the Reliance Industries. Annual report, it comes into picture. You have to find it out. How Mumbai Indians is also part of this only. Okay, so they can ask you question on this also. Then they ask question on ratios, as I said, na, ratios. Then they ask question on budgeting and forecasting. Budgeting and forecasting. Yeah, how will you do budgeting? What is budgeting? What is forecasting? What are the types of budgeting? Budgeting, zero-based budgeting, zero-based budgeting, zero cost-based budgeting. Budgeting question they can ask. Then what is forecasting? Then they ask question on which subject is left. All subjects are covered. CF. Okay. Accounts always covered. Finance they covered only. Accounts, most of the chapters are covered. Finance covered. Law covered. What is left? Audit. All everything is covered. Professional ethics chapter they might ask something on professional ethics. SA 700. SA 700. Yes, they can ask question on SA 700. How they can ask question on SA 700 like what is EOM paragraph? What is OMP paragraph? What is the audit amendments which has come recently, which are aware of? So you have to know SA 700 very well. And key audit matter. Key audit matter. What are the key audit matters of Reliance? What are the key audit matters of Reliance? Have you studied the annual report? What was the okay? They can ask question on like this also. Reliance or this any companies they can ask question. Okay, what is the sale? What is the current year sale? What is the current year sale? What was the last year sale? What was the last year profit? What was the current year profit? What was the profit ratio in the last? How much is the profit and sales growing in the last 5 years for the Reliance or Tata Steel? How will you get this information? Where you will get this information? From where?
Annual
From code.
report.
Annual report.
Annual report. Annual report. How to download? How to download
Go to
annual
the
report?
website, or we can put on
Website.
Google also.
Website. Moneycontrol.com. Google. Everything you have to
Yes,
use.
yes.
Okay. Then what is the share price of Reliance? Okay. And about Geo also. Now, when the Geo will get listed in the stock market, what is the gray market price of Geo? What is the gray market price? What is gray market price?
So
Normal
kind
retail
of
public is
मतलब
not
कितना जो expectation like background में expectation build होता है ना that the share price will be listed
Unlisted.
at this
The
price.
share price in the unlisted market.
अभी
The share price in the
Plus.
unlisted
हाँ.
market. So what is the share price of the unlisted market of the this one? Okay. This can be asked. They can ask question on valuation also. How will you value Reliance? How will you value Reliance? How will you value Tata Steel? So many units are there in Tata Steel and this Reliance. Okay, it's a conglomerate. So how will you value these companies? For valuing these companies, they don't use DCF method. There's a very big companies are there. The DCF might not be the right valuation method for this. There might be some other method that might be followed for valuing such companies. They can ask you, okay, which type of valuation method you will use to value a company like Reliance or Tata Steel, because these are not one unit. They have multiple business.
So,
You have to find out the valuation of each business.
so
Yes.
what is DCF?
DCF is discounted cash
DCF?
flow. Discounted cash flow method. Okay, so they can ask question on what is DCF, what is beta, what is DCF, what is beta, what is unlevered beta, what is levered beta, what is financial leverage, operating leverage, combined leverage. They can ask question on these areas. Okay, so you have to know finance very well, and that's why I always say that the books are very important. This gives you Lakshmi, but after exam, what we do? We don't see it only. Yes. Now I will not study. That's it. Now the books never leave you. Remember this. Books never leave. Books are always for your future.
Yes,
It's not like a class 12 book. The CA final book or CMA books, they will never leave you. Okay, even if you want to leave them, they won't leave you. This is the benefit. Every question comes from your academics only. If you remember your academics well, na, then it becomes very easy. Then the question can come from a CV as well. And then the question comes like, why you want to join Tata Steel? Why you want to join Reliance? Why? Why this company only? Why not Big Four? Why not Big Four? Why industry only? I don't want to join Big Four because I want to join industry. Industry is my preference. Industry is my first preference. I don't want to join Big Four because I want to join industry only. Simple. I like Big Four, but I like industry more. Don't say that I don't like Big Four. There's a lot of work pressure out there. Don't say like this. I want to join industry because of the work-life balance. There's a lot of work-life balance in industry. That's why I want to join. You cannot say that. You say that Big Four. I like Big Four, but I like industry more. Particularly Tata Steel. The culture is good out here. My friends have worked out here. So I am very much interested to get into Tata Steel or Tata Power or Tata Sons. They can have some assessments also. Generally, Tata Steel hires off campus only. They don't come in campus. Okay. Generally, they don't come in campus or they come in campus very few times. Tata Sons, Tata Power, they come in small campus of CA. Okay. Generally, they hire off campus only. All these companies, Reliance, Mumbai, they come. Okay. And Tata Steel, generally, they will get off campus. Off campus means LinkedIn. Career portal, you go to the career portal, find the job vacancy, go to the career portal of Tata Steel, find the job vacancy. Once you get the job vacancy, LinkedIn will come into play. Why you have off your video? Off video should be on all the time. You find reasons to off the video all the time. Na? All the time you need one reason to off the video. Okay. Every time the video should be on. Okay. So how will you apply? Apply through LinkedIn only. How will you apply there? LinkedIn. Make at least 500 connections. Nice photo. If a photo is not nice, don't send the message only. To whom you will send the message? To somebody who is a manager there. Not the top one. Top one, if you do, they will not reply. Very rarely they will reply. But the middle ones, those who have stayed 2 years out here in these companies, they are the perfect person to reply to you and refer you. The Tata Steel, Reliance, just message them. One CMA got 14 lakh rupees in Delhi. 14 lakh in CMA, and the cost of management accountant. And he's not my student, first of all. Okay. So he got 14 lakh. So he was saying me, then I'm already getting 14 lakh in Reliance. How much package I can expect from you? हम बोला मिल रहा है तो ले लो. So I'm an honest title, yes. You should take 14 lakh he was getting in Reliance. Got my point now? And how he got the reference? From the LinkedIn itself. The LinkedIn is a great platform. You just have to ask for references. One more thing, attempts. Very important question is attempts. How many attempts you have to say? 2. Very important question. You have 5, you have 3, you have 6 attempts, 7 attempts. Attempts you have to say 2. This is a very important thing, okay? So attempts will be 2. Remember this, attempts will be how much? Write in the group. In this. Just a second. Attempts will be, just a second. So attempts will be 2. Remember this, attempts don't put more than 2. Okay, so if they ask you how many attempts, you are CA or CMA, how many attempts you have? You say 2 attempts I have. You might have 5 attempts, you might have 7 attempts, you have 8 attempts. You will say 2 attempts only. Okay, maximum 3. You can get away. Infosys, you cannot get away. Infosys loves 2 attempts. Infosys loves 2 attempts. Okay, rest of these companies, Reliance, my suggestion to go with 2 attempts. See, like this also you are saying false only. So what will happen? 2 or 3? Already you're doing a lot of pap. So throw हो जाए. Right?
Sir,
If they say you, yes, tell me.
sir, they are cross verified to how many attempts. Then
I'm
what
telling
should
you
I?
how to tell that. That you will tell them that after my CA final exam, I started my coaching. Before that, I was just focused on the articleship only. As I had some financial problems, I just focused on articleship. I completed articleship very nicely. Then I started my tuitions. In tuition, I did it very slowly. It took around 3 years to complete tuition only. Then I sit only 2 times in the exam. And into 2 times I cleared for CMA. That is what you have to say. Only 2 times you sit. And after your articleship, first you wanted to be a pro in articleship. You want to focus on one area only. So that because I heard my senior saying that due to less articleship also, the job is not there. Right. So thought, okay, let's do articleship nicely. CA we can do later on also. The first articleship got over. Then sudden financial problem was there. So slowly and steadily I completed my tuitions. Once the tuition got completed, then I started. I gave 2 times and I cleared. How is it they check whether you see 3 times, 5 times, admit card they will check. We can't check that. The 2 times I said and let's come. Don't write MCom, BCom, age and all you don't write. Okay. Clear about it. If your age is 36, I started my CA or CMA education only lately. So you can say that. Is it anywhere written that you have to start CA at the age of 18 years only? No. But CA you have to write in the age. It's not any this is not written. You can start anytime this course, right? And you can drop also anytime. And then again if you feel that again I want to join it, again you join. People do this like this. 2005 they join, 2010 they leave. Then again 2015 they suddenly start. In 2018, they leave, then again they start. This course is at your discretion. Anytime you can leave, anytime you can join. They can tell anything, no? That in the between I dropped CA. Due to some issues, I dropped CA, but I sit in the exam only 2 times. In exam, you sit only 2 times. When you sit only 2 times, so 2 attempts only, na? You can study any number of times, but exam you sit only 2 times only. Exam form also you filled only 2 times only. I wanted to make sure that I study very nicely so that I don't like to fail. I hate failures. So I only sit 2 times and I cleared. That also I give one group. So I think it should be 1 attempt. Then also I'm saying 2 attempts for you. Got my point? Na? So this is how you can make them. Clear about it, na? This question should not be the case, na? I see it right in the group also. I see it in the exam only 2 times and it's 2 times I cleared. With good marks, 450 plus. मेरा marks भी बता देना उसको. So share your marks if you got any exemption, na? I got exemption as well. 60 plus in taxation. Say always say exemption. In interview, na, when they ask you attempts, na, I cleared in 2 attempts only. I got exemption also 60 plus I got in 4 subjects. If you got exemption, then only say, यहाँ पर मैं गलती मत कर देना. ये check कर लेगा. यहाँ पर मैं गलती. Here you cannot make mistake. Attempts you don't make mistake. Exemption you cannot say mistake. They will check your mark sheet. Clear about it, na? So make sure that if you have any attempts, na, who has got exam, you also not given exam only. But if you have got any exemption, na, please mention. When they ask you attempts, na, I only have 2 attempts. We said, no, I think you have 10 attempts. We had to see. No, actually, there was a long story. I will cut it short. Actually, after my articles it was completed, and then I started my tuitions. There was some financial difficulty, so tuitions only took a lot of time to complete. And CA tuitions are quite costly. Around 2 lakh rupees invested in tuition only. And after that, I gave 2 times in the exam and sit and pass. Simple as that. You have to. This is a very important question. You have to convince that person that you have only 2 attempts for these 2 companies. Big Four 3 attempts. Big Four 3. In the form also many times it is written. Okay. Big Four 3 attempts. Please remember. Huh? In the form sometimes it is written that maximum 4 attempts. Then also you write 3 attempts. You have to play safe. Why to write 4 attempts? You will say 3 attempts. Campus form 3 attempts. Everywhere 3. But make sure you are doing at your own risk also. They can catch hold also. See, orally in campus, to off campus, that they ask you orally only. They will not write you anywhere. So there you can say like this only. Campus, you have to take risk. If you write 4 or 5 attempts, like the shortlisting will not happen. So there will always be a pressure. And location, what I told in campus. Campus location. Which location?
Bangalore,
Bangalore and Mumbai.
Bangalore, Hyderabad,
Bangalore,
Mumbai.
Mumbai. My first preference is Bangalore, then Mumbai. We'll change if something happens, something drastically. But as of now, Bangalore and Mumbai. Bangalore and Mumbai. Rest all any location. Shortlisting generally don't happen. Even if they happen, companies generally don't take. Small campus will think when the companies come, actually they come with a brochure also. So which companies are coming there? That time it can change. The decision making can change according to the situation. So if the companies are coming there, then we can change that location. But as of now, Delhi generally don't. Delhi में होता नहीं कुछ भी generally. Delhi people come later on to. Okay, zero shortlisting. That's why we make Delhi group also. We first add the people in Delhi. Delhi. Then no shortlisting. Then we write anybody who did not get the shortlisting can DM me. Nobody gets DM. Nobody gets shortlisting only in the Delhi. Who Aman, you filled which location? Campus. Aman, which location you filled? Campus form you filled? Bangalore. Which you got shortlisting, but na? Don't say you did not get.
Only 2 companies, sir. Only 2
Huh?
companies. Only 2
Attempts how much you
companies.
wrote? Attempts how much you wrote?
3.
3 na? 2 companies. Which
Yes.
2?
Yes.
Which
EY,
2?
GDS and Accenture.
Got na? 2 companies you got only, yes. Got my point, na? Yes. Generally. Delhi, you know na Delhi people, how many attempts they got? How many shortlisting they got, Aman? Delhi? In a friend
Sir,
circle.
I don't know. No,
In
no,
Delhi,
no.
did not. Delhi generally don't fail. Delhi, it will be a problem. Okay.
सर मेरे
दिल्ली
दोस्तों ने भरा था दिल्ली का, उनको तो काफी शॉर्ट लिस्टिंग आई थी।
भाई तुम्हारा दोस्त भी तो बढ़िया है। हाँ, दोस्त कौन सा है, कहाँ पर हो? हाँ, दोस्त भी तो उसी लेवल का होगा। हम बता दे कौन सा कंपनी में है, वो भी बता देगा। टॉप टॉप कंपनी है वो। क्या नाम है दोस्तों
300
का,
आई
मतलब?
थी।
डीसो, हाँ डीसो आता है उसका। फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट होगा और बिग फोर किया होगा, ले लिया उसको।
नहीं, फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट था और इंडस्ट्रियल ट्रेनिंग थी।
मेरे पास भी आया था डीसो वाला, नाम क्या है? मेरे पास
दीपक।
हाँ,
दीपक
200
दीपक।
फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट वाला है ना, वो लोग के लिए एप्लीकेबल टफ होता है, बट निकाल दिया इंटरव्यू क्लियर। ही क्लियर इंटरव्यू
नहीं सर।
नहीं होता वो वहां में ना, अदर देन फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट एंड रियली गुड आर्टिकल्स, दैट्स अनदर थिंग। दिल्ली डोंट फील एज ऑफ नाउ, ओके, एज ऑफ नाउ डोंट फील, गॉट माय पॉइंट ना? This is all about what I told now about the Reliance and the Tata Steel. So these all questions you have to practice very well. All these questions, na, see, material is given in the mail also. Your academics will be tested. All your academics you have. So those questions you have to find out from your academics as well. Clear about it, na? So we will keep the session now. After this session, there will be ma'am session, okay, from 11:30 p.m. Everybody will be joining that and then the feedback, okay? And yes, that's it from my end. And I will be needing your 10 hours of speaking practice. Today is 7/6, okay, 7 June. Saturday, Sunday, you are free, everybody. Nobody has job. Saturday, half day. Most of these people give half day only because they also enjoy. You know? So after that, you have so much of time you also have. And Sunday, okay. So make sure you complete 10 hours by Sunday only. Okay? So this will be best. है ना? So speaking practice, okay, by what I told, by Sunday. By Sunday, try to complete at least how much? At least 5 hours. 5 hours can be done, na? 5 hours means 5 hours. You have to do speaking only in 5 hours. Total speaking. Watch video, speaking. 5 hours does not mean you see the videos, that I will not count. Speaking means total speaking 5 hours. Like I spoke now total. Like this. 5 hours of speaking. That's how I will count. Clear about it, no? So try to do with Saturday, Sunday. This is a good time you have. Make sure you utilize it properly. Okay. SPOM exam, everybody is given SPOM. Anybody cleared SPOM exam? One student has cleared law.
Yes,
SPOM. You cleared your SPOM. Cleared.
Yes, today only. Hello.
Law. Cleared also.
Yeah.
They give result together only. Good. What questions were asked? Okay. We take 10 minutes of SPOM, okay? Periodically can join that. So it will be helping. SPOM updates. Small. Okay. Ma'am will start by 11:45. Okay. Only SPOM people can come, huh? Only SPOM. Rest can go. SPOM. SPOM law, SPOM cost. What are the things? We will discuss that, huh?